Yes, 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 people. H God, Beer Sports Talk, and we are back. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day. You know what I mean? The sun is out, blazing. It's hot as shit. But guess what? We alive and we still here and we kicking. And that in itself is enough for a round of applause. Let's have a round of applause, people. A round of applause. So you already know, it being Monday, you know what time it is. Well, the exact time right now is like 11:30 while I'm recording this, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, it is time for the weekend roundup. That's right. So, if you're new here, you don't really know who. And speaking of new, of recently I've been looking at, the analytics. Twitter got, both Twitter to Bumbleclot. YouTube, sorry YouTube, please don't algorithm, don't hate me for that. That was an honest mistake. But YouTube has deeper analytics, and some I've been looking, and there's been a lot of new views on some of the material we've had already, you know what I mean? So for any new people around, thank you for tuning in. I hope you'll make a permanent here home in the community with us. I still gotta find a name for the community, all that shit, but I'm rambling right now. Too much bullshit. Weekend roundup. A roundup of the shit I watched this weekend. Well, some of it, because, like I said, I'll be watching sports 24/7. I can't talk about everything I watch. Well, I can, but I just don't think everybody wants to hear that. So we're gonna hit the main thing. And if you know me, you already know what the first main thing is for this video. The first game we're talking about from the weekend. And it's the Stanley Cup Final Game 2 that happened on Friday night. So yeah, Stanley Cup, you already know my home team, Florida Panthers, versus the Edmonton Oilers, and it's like, listen, and it's because I'm still fairly just new to intently watching hockey and learning, the full intricacies of. So it's like, I'm going to continuously say it, but bro, hockey is one of the best sports in the fucking world, bro. I'm sorry, whoever made hockey, they did their shit on that one, bro, because the sport is amazing. That's for one. And then now this fucking game, bro. I know I haven't been watching hockey intently as long as probably, some other people are shit, but I don't know anybody who would disagree with me when we say that was that's one of the greatest sporting events I have watched in my life, period, bro. That game had everything. Yet another 4-3 score, this time going in the opposite for the Panthers, right? Panthers tying the series 1-1, but the game going into double overtime, bro. I'll be honest, it's I figured, it makes sense, if you know how overtime works, you kind of know there's double. It's bro, I ain't never see, and I think they say it's the first time, in Stanley Cup history, that a game went to double overtime, bro. And it was literally just you could tell, there is no doubt when you watch it that those two teams, the Oilers, and I can't lie, it's with everything that's going on in pop culture and shit, I can't stop saying it. Having a name like the Oilers is crazy work. But the Oilers and the Panthers are the undoubted two best teams in hockey right now. And it's literally, it's like when Godzilla and what's the other, King Kong? Yeah, it's when Godzilla and King Kong fight, bro. It's two absolute juggernauts. And can I just say, right? I need to look up the GM's name of the Panthers, right? It's that nigga, he need a raise, bro. Straight up, because to get to execute the trade, right? To get Brad Marchand, right? And it's so ironic. The guy that they call the Rat King come in to the team of the Rats, right? Because anybody will know the Panthers, like a tradition, is throwing plastic rats on the goddamn ice, right? But that Brad Marchand trade, when, because like I said, I'm confident, right? I believe in my team. It's like when the Panthers do it again this year and we go back to back, I'm not jinxing them. I'm knocking on wood 3 times. I don't know if you heard that, but that's me knocking on the wood, right? I'm not jinxing them. It's just confidence. Confidence in my guys, right? So they do it. That Brad Marchand trade is going to have a huge impact. I mean, it already has, bro. It already has. Like, bro scored 2 other, like I said, bro. I ain't never really seen, you know what I mean, niggas be going like, you know, like one-on-one, like when you have a true ball in football, soccer, football, right? They have a true ball and you want to keep a one-on-one and stay so, do 2 skill and go past him and bury it. You see me? I never know if I saw it stay in a hockey, dog. So I'ma stay, son. See, dog, get it. On the one break one. Like, bro, this nigga did a Euro step with a hockey puck, bro. It's like I didn't even know niggas could do that, bro. Nigga did the goal. Me I say bomb buckler. Me I say, you know, say brother, you're bad. And then to basically do the exact same thing, double overtime, seal the win, bro. This is sports. That right there is sports. You know what I'm saying? And it's so like, this series is definitely going to 7 because it's 2 so powerful teams, bro. It's like when y'all watch, it's just who's going to do it tonight. You know what I mean? You can't really see that glaring of a difference between either teams. Yeah, there are certain strengths and weaknesses on both sides. You know what I mean? Florida probably being the more physical and deeper team. Edmonton being the quicker on the ice team with probably a bit more skill and finesse, you would say. But man, this series is shaping up to be an all-timer. Bro, both games they've needed extra periods to solve it, literally. It's like both games have gone into extra time. The second game going into double extra time. So it's like tonight, what, they're gonna go triple overtime tonight? Oh man, yo, listen. Stanley Cup Final, like hockey's winning right now, bro. Right now, hockey, they got the best finals that's been going on so far this year. So, next game that I'm gonna talk about now is game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Pacers and the Thunder. You already know, Thunder at home for game 2, higher seed. They sold the first game. You gotta say they sold it, you know what I mean? Leading the game all the way up until the last 0.3 seconds. That's definitely you selling it. Or as my people in football, soccer would call it, bottling it. You know what I mean? So definitely, but they came out in game 2 and, you know what I mean, they made a statement. Pretty convincing win. 123 to 107. And yeah, you know, another game where, I mean, this one was a bit more back and forth, you know, especially earlier they were going at it. It wasn't necessarily OKC just ran the race in the lead all the way up until the end type vibe. You know, Indiana did their thing, but in the end, OKC got it done, and they needed to get it done because, going down 0-2 at home in the finals, not a good look. And you already know SJ doing SJ things, leading the way with 34. You know what I mean? Caruso Caruso coming up big for them last night. You see, that's the thing with Caruso. It's like, he's one of those players where you have on your team where it's like, he can just do everything at a very good level. It's like, you just need him to be doing, cause you know he gonna bring it on defense. You know what I mean? He's always a strong lockdown defender, but you'll have your nights like last night where you go off. He'll go off and yeah, score at 20. And you know that makes up all the other members. Let me see, J-Dub, 19 points. Not the worst, could do better. Lou Dort, 3 points. Listen, bro, sounds like you was doing a whole bunch of cardio over there, but y'all got the win, so we'll take it. Wiggins though. Wiggins from off the bench, giving them 18 points. And this is what I say, you see, this is what I'm saying about these teams, bro. OKC and Indiana, like, they have such deep rosters of legit NBA talent that, you know, on any given night, somebody can give you something. Now, the only problem that I would say an Indiana faces versus an OKC, and why ultimately I think OKC is going to take the series and win, is the mere fact that, yes, both teams are very deep, and you have guys who everybody could get 10 minimum points, right? You have 6 guys that could give you 10 points a night type shit. But the problem with the Pacers is they don't. And listen, this might be contradictory comparing to what I'm saying, what I said in my Thunder video, in my video recapping game 1, right? But while OKC has somebody who can give them 30 a night consistently, the Pacers don't show that. You know what I mean? Because listen, the problem with Halliburton, and where I think he needs to make that next step for people to undoubtedly, all right, yeah, this guy's a superstar, like, stop playing with his name, is that too often, bro is not playing with the same urgency that he plays, like, in the last couple minutes when the game is on the line. You know what I mean? Because, like, when you're looking at it, it's like, yo, he's at Siakam 15 points, Naismith 14, Turner 16, Halliburton 17, Nemard 11, you know, Mathurin 14, Obi Toppin, another cardio runner, 3 points. But, you know what I mean? You even got 11 from TJ McConnell, right? But, again, when you have the other side who they got 3 to 4 guys giving them double digits, and then they got a guy who can get them 30 plus, yeah, that's gonna be the difference right there. You know what I mean? That's gonna be the difference right there, and ultimately, that's why I think Indiana is going to fall short in this series. So now, goddamn, gas too potent, people. That's my bad, but right now, we switch into obviously my first love, right? And my first sport, the beautiful sport of football, right? Or soccer, as my Americans like to call it. Like, listen, I'll never not hate that word, but we culturally aware of what the thing is, you know what I mean? So we get everybody a blind. And what I'm gonna talk about is the biggest match that happened this weekend. And that was the UEFA Nations League Final between Spain and Portugal. You know what I mean? A fitting final. 2 countries that, you know, they share land together and history. You know what I mean? Some of the biggest pillagers and, you know what I mean, enslavers of history, you know, they go together. They go together very well. Spain and Portugal is just like that. You know what I mean? So a fitting final and a fitting ending to the final. First of all, great game as usual, right? 2 high quality teams, high quality talents. I'm surprised a lot of these guys still got fucking energy. I mean, it's like I'm looking at it and it's like I was talking to a friend and I'm like, bro, And it's like, these niggas get paid millions, bro. So it's like, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not sorry for them, because like you get millions, bro, so suck it up, right? But I'm like, damn, bro, these motherfuckers really don't have an off season, bro. I'm like, yo, like the season started in like August, right? Like early to mid-August. It ran all the way till May, basically, right? Like I'm thinking for like a PSG player now, for example, like Nuno Mendes, that was playing last night, right? Season ran all the way to then, because he played in the Champions League Final. You played this with Portugal, and the Club World Cup starts this weekend. Bro, I'm like, yo, it's crazy. But Portugal ends up getting it done in a penalty shootout after it being 2-2 in full time. Goals by who? Who scored the 2 goals? Zubamendi and Oyarzabal for Spain, and for Portugal it was Nuno Mendes, right, with an absolute banger. Like, yo, Nuno Mendes, bro, that's a baller right there, bro. Like straight up, that's a football fucking player right there. So Nuno Mendes, and of course, when the lights are the brightest and the pressure is highest, the GOAT stands up. Cristiano Ronaldo scores the equalizer. You know what I mean? Now, bro had to come off, because you already know my nigga is pushing 40. Not even pushing 40. He is 40, right? My dog's 40. I listen, you could eat as much fucking seaweed ice cream and goddamn super dietitian and all is like Father Time's undefeated. So you already know the body broke down a little bit for my dog. He had to come off. But Portugal handled business, made sure they take it home, right? And now is it back to back? No, I don't think it's back to back. No, it's definitely not back to back. But that's twice now. Feel me? That's twice. And that's 3 international trophies in the cabinet of my G. They say he's washed, they say he's done. This nigga keep on saying, nigga, I go out on my terms. You feel me? Fuck what people saying. And listen, fuck it. I'm giving, yo, and I know my dog Joe be listening, bro. Shout out to my nigga Joe. He the guy. You feel me? That's my nigga forever. You feel me? And it's like, Joe, I'm repping next year, nigga, Portugal's going all the way, bro. Fuck it. We jumping on the delusional train from right now, bro. They getting it done. You feel me? Portugal's gonna get it done. To Spain, commiserations, bro. You already know. My manager, Arsenal, he's Spanish. He loves the Spaniards, you know what I mean? My boy Moreno's there, you know what I mean? My boy Raya, he wasn't playing, he was probably on the bench, but he's still there. Zubamendi, you see me? Soon forward. So, we're ready to Spain, you know what I mean? Even though you got some ops on there, bro. You feel me? Like top op right now. Lamine Yamal. So it's like, Lamine, you had to hold that one, bro. I respect your game, but you're still a top op. You had to hold that one. And yeah, you know what I mean? Again, the elders schooling the youngsters one more time so they could learn. But overall, fantastic game of football. So right here now, I'm just gonna run through some other interesting things, tidbits from the weekend that I found that I'm not gonna go too in detail about, because I could sit here and talk for a whole fucking hour. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. But one, shout out to Fort Lauderdale United's women team for making the goddamn finals. You know what I mean? Shout out to the woman them. You already know. We rep women's sports, bro. You feel me? And I think it is the inaugural season. So to do that in the inaugural season, shout out to the ladies. And I don't know. I'ma see what's what. I'ma talk to my peoples. I'ma see if we go make it out to the finals. There might be a vlog coming on that. So stay tuned on that. Also on the weekend, you don't have to talk about it, even though like I don't care, but World Cup qualifying, Jamaica played the British Virgin Islands in the British Virgin Islands. We got the 1-0 victory. Listen, terrible game of football. Absolutely uninspiring. Horrible performance by us, but we got the win. So fuck it, right? We play Guatemala sometime in the week. Hopefully we could perform better. And yeah, that was that. And shifting over, I think this is probably the first time we're gonna mention some baseball on the channel. But you know, I have been watching, you know, since the MLB season has started and been in full effect and full swing. But as anybody would know with baseball, bro, like they got like 116 games or some shit like that, bro. Like it's too much to follow that on a day-to-day basis. So it's like I keep up with the scores, but you know, I'm gonna try and find a more formatted way of clustering my baseball thoughts together whenever I do catch it and watch it. But from what's been going on so far and what I have seen, right, I can definitely, without the shadow of a doubt, say that the Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Mets, those are the three best teams in baseball right now. Obviously, right? They're spending the most money. You know, there are other good teams, you know, the Braves are always good, but those three teams, the payroll, the star power, like, the World Series is gonna consist of a trio of those teams, in my opinion. You know what I mean? One out, any pairing that can work. Obviously, I know the Mets and the Yankees are not in the same goddamn, you know what I mean, side of the bracket to be able to, you know, but yeah, it's overpowered, bro. Like, and that's one of the things where it's like with baseball, it's like it's such a cheat code because like there's no salary cap, so it's like literally spend what you want and can afford. It's like you can just hoard talent, and that's what a lot of these teams have done. And listen, I'm not complaining at the end of the day. You know, it makes it interesting. But yeah, undoubtedly the best teams. Now with that being said, that's all I have for you in this one. Weekend roundup, people. You already know. It was a pretty good weekend of sports, I would say. Very entertaining games. You know, very entertaining games. Oh yeah, on top of some WWE and UFC happening in the weekend. But man, so much happened. I don't know. I'll see if I get a video breaking those down on something short, something light. But yeah, that was the weekend. People, thank you as always for tuning in, for listening, for caring about my thoughts, for caring to listen. 100%. Y'all keep this shit going. So stay locked in, cause I gotta stay locked in. And with that being said, I'm out.